Once there was a famine-like situation in Medina, and the local market had run out of supplies. So the news came that there is a caravan that is coming and that has a lot of supplies in it. So all the traders, they were waiting for that, and they were already planning that we would buy it and then sell it at exponential rates. Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu went out and cut a deal with that caravan and bought the entire caravan in advance. So when the caravan reached Medina, now the traders started pitching and they said, no, it's already with somebody. Who is it? Turned out it's with Usman radiallahu ta'ala. So they went to him and they said, okay, Usman, you beat us to it, but let us have our share. We'll give you 2% more than what you have bought it for. Give it to us. He said, no. He said, okay, we will give you 5% more. He said, okay, we'll give you 10% more. He said, no. He said, but why? He said, because I have a buyer who will give me minimum 10 times more. Minimum. And it can go up to 700 times as well. And he said this. He said, who is this? He said, that's my Allah. And I will give all of this to people for free. And in return, I'll get 10 times more or 700 times. So whatever he had bought, he just distributed it among the people of. That was his wealth was just a way for him to keep on buying Jannah over and over and over again. Best possible utilization. Best possible utilization. Another incident. One of the toughest battles that Rasulullah had to go for was Ghazwa Tabuk. It wasn't the toughest battle itself because the battle never occurred, but the journey of that battle was tough. Reason being because it was peak summer. Tabuk is far away from Medina, and this was also the time when it was the peak harvest time. So all the Sahaba Ikram who were primarily farmers and relied on agricultural profits would have had to leave their standing ready crops and leave for this. So it was a tough call on them as well. But Rasulullah said that a news had come to me that the Romans are planning to come to Medina and crush us. So we would not let them come here. We would go and meet them at the border itself. And Roman Empire at that time was the superpower. It was, as though the Americans have announced to come and say that, we are coming. It's today's time, or the Russians or the Chinese, whoever we want to consider the superpower of the day. So it was a news like that. So Rasulullah said that this requires us to go all the way to that place. Now, this was also the time when the Munafiqeen stepped up their game. So they would go and say that, why are you going? I mean, look at all these dates. Who will look after? You can relate probably. Abhi to se khabar aayi hai. Kaun sa wo aa gaye hain? Start inciting all the doubts, just like it happens with us, And to magnify the irony of the situation was that dono haath khali, Allah ke sawali. There was nothing as such for the Muslims to go and even sustain themselves on the journey as well. So Rasulullah he announced that whoever can bring whatever possible, please do. So Sahaba Ikram started bringing their stuff, and this is the same occasion when Umar radiallahu ta'ala brought half his stuff, and then Abu Bakr Siddiq brought everything. Or the occasion when Sahabi only gave just a date, and Rasulullah Munafiqeen laughed, and Rasulullah said that if I wants to collect everything else, this date would be heavy on them as well, because it was given with complete ikhlas. So Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he came and said to Rasulullah that, Ya Rasulullah, I want to give 100 worth of camels stuff to the Muslim. 100 worth of camels. So as much stuff that can go on one camel multiplied by 100 times, I will give that to the Muslim. Rasulullah said, Usman said that something is not right. I do not want okay from Rasulullah. I want him to blossom up. I want to, take away this tension. I want to see the smile of Rasulullah. He said, Rasulullah, I'll give 200 camels worth of stuff. Rasulullah said, what? Okay. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I'll give 300 camels worth of stuff And when he said this, Rasulullah became glad. He smiled, and this is one of the occasions, where he was again given a glad tiding. Probably not of Jannah, but Rasulullah made a lot of dua for him. Then another occasion. Once Rasulullah was in his house. So Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu came and he surprised Rasulullah by giving him a pouch which had 1000 dinar in them. And this was a personal gift to Rasulullah. And Rasulullah, when he received it, he was obviously taken by surprise and he was very happy and he made dua for Rasulullah, so Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he said, Ma darra Usmanu ma amila ba'd al-yawm, that after today, nothing will give. Whatever Usman would do, he would never make loss in it. So this is a perfect example of those that, one is the person who says, please make dua for me, and the other is the person who does something and automatically gets duas for the khidmat that he does. And dua is always great when it comes from the heart. So this is another great example of that.